They had escaped slavery, but they had not escaped fear. Behind them, the dust of Egypt rose into the sky. Before them, the Red Sea stretched wide and endless. There was no bridge, no boats, no escape. Mothers clutched their children. Fathers scanned the horizon. The sound of chariot wheels thundered in the distance. The same army that had enslaved them was coming back. Panic spread through the camp like wildfire. "Why did you bring us here? Were there no graves in Egypt? Is this where we die?" Fear has a loud voice, and on that night fear was screaming. But one man stood still, Moses. 80 years old, weathered by desert winds, a shepherd's staff in his hand. He did not run, he did not shout. He looked at the sea, and then he spoke. "Do not be afraid." The cries softened. "Stand firm, and you will see the deliverance of the Lord." The army drew closer. Horses screamed, metal clashed, the ground trembled. Yet Moses did not move. "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." Night fell, and something supernatural happened. A pillar of cloud moved between Israel and Egypt. Darkness covered the Egyptians. Light remained with God's people. The army could see, but they could not advance. Then came the command, "Raise your staff." Moses lifted his hand over the sea. Silence. And then a wind began to blow. Not a gentle breeze, a violent, relentless wind that tore across the waters. The sea trembled. Waves began to shift. Water pulled back, then rose, higher and higher, until the Red Sea stood like walls on both sides. A pathway appeared, dry ground in the middle of the impossible. The people stared in disbelief. Children wiped their tears. Mothers gasped. Warriors fell silent. The sea had opened. God had made a way. They stepped forward, one by one, families walking between towering walls of water, fish swimming beside them in suspended waves, the roar of wind echoing through the night. Every step forward required faith. Behind them, the Egyptian army finally broke through the darkness. Pharaoh had hardened his heart again. He would not let them go. "Forward!" the captain shouted. Chariots charged into the divided sea, the most powerful military force on earth, chasing former slaves into a miracle. But something began to change. Wheels started to drag. Sand turned to mud. Axles snapped. Panic replaced arrogance. Their God is fighting for them. For the first time, Egypt was afraid. Meanwhile, Israel kept walking, step by step, breath by breath, trusting the path God had opened. Finally, they reached the other side. The last child crossed. The last mother stepped onto dry land, and Moses turned back. The army was still inside the sea. He lifted his staff one more time. The wind stopped. The walls of water trembled, and in a single thunderous crash, the sea collapsed. Water swallowed horses. Chariots disappeared. Armor sank beneath the waves. The army that once enslaved them was gone. Silence fell over the shoreline. The same sea that had trapped them had delivered them. Morning light broke across the water. Israel stood free. No chains, no masters, no army. Only the sound of waves and the realization of what God had done. Fear had told them they would die. Faith showed them a miracle. Sometimes God does not remove the obstacle. Sometimes He leads you straight to it, so He can split it open before your eyes. That night, The Red Sea did not just divide water. It divided slavery from freedom. It divided fear from faith. It divided who they were from who they were becoming. And the same God who made a way through the sea still makes a way today. Whatever Red Sea stands before you, remember this night. When there was no path, God created one. And when the enemy thought it was over, He proved that He alone is Lord of the wind, Lord of the water, and Lord of deliverance. If this spoke to you, kindly subscribe for more videos like this.